Alright, let's kick this shit.
You hit it off with the bumper, now you're straight down the middle again. You had a fling with a slingshot, you're rolling.
Oh, Greg, we're gonna try. We're gonna try in this video not to get in trouble. The last 2 years, we've got calls. We're just good at guessing.
We are.
We're good at predicting things.
And the community's got way better. Sometimes we're behind.
I know.
We hear these rumors
I know.
from you.
It's true. So don't blame us.
Not our fault.
Blame them.
It's not our fault.
People listen to us though.
They do.
This is our 2025 video predictions, dirty secrets behind the scene. Like we're gonna give it to you, raw. After a cup of coffee. Is that what you're drinking?
Yeah, still drinking coffee.
Oh, I smell Bailey's.
No, it's part of my resolution.
So-
I can't start drinking until after 5.
Drink. Oh,
Anything.
really?
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. Except for today, we're going to lunch. So I'll have a few beers.
I was
at
gonna
lunch.
say. I was thinking about it. I was like, he was just drinking, but that was technically December. It's technically December. All right. Okay. Yeah, we're going to drink it. Okay, so last year we did this video where we gave our predictions, maybe sneak peeks of what's to come in 2024, and we got a lot right.
We did.
Look, I'm going to do a little scorecard here. Godzilla anniversary, we got that right. Not only did we get that right, but we said, man, it would be, what if they not only did an anniversary, but like a black and white version with a little pop of color?
Because it just called for it. It was Godzilla. Just saying.
We even said, a return of Metallica would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And then you were like, yeah, but it needs an LCD screen.
It does.
Yeah, it did. We thought Spike 3 would be out last year, didn't
We did. We did fail on that.
I think even Stern might have thought it was supposed to be out last year, but it didn't. So that likely this year. We said Jaws and Elwyn. That was kind of a given because it was in January.
Yeah,
there.
it was already being,
We even
discussed.
I thought a stretch was John Wick. We said heard
because we
rumblings
did hear
of
a lot.
John
Yeah,
Wick.
yeah, and that was seriously, we didn't really know, like at all,
Didn't know
like
for sure, but we
it was
had
just
heard.
again the rumblings. Yes,
And it happened. We even said in the future.
I really didn't think it would.
I didn't know.
I really kind of did not think so.
I
at
heard
first.
rumblings.
I really
but
didn't.
And then
be honest.
Pokemon we thought would come at some point.
Yes,
we didn't necessarily
that
say
too.
next year.
Yeah.
But maybe. So that wasn't correct.
Yeah.
We even mentioned Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
And Stern just came out with that.
Nice.
We said Harry Potter might be a thing, but we said it wasn't going to happen last year, and it didn't.
Yeah.
We were correct on that. We said maybe Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Maybe an Evil Dead. We named a couple of them, but we said maybe Evil Dead. We even said Pinball Brothers. We didn't know what they were working, but we heard about a European band. We thought it was a bad idea.
Yeah.
We said Barry Alsler's last game was going to be next for American Pinball, and we said it wasn't going to be a good seller based on a
we were
weird
hearing.
food-based theme.
Then we ended up getting barbecue challenge, which was
yeah.
different, but we were close.
The difference, sweet.
Close.
And then we also got correct. We said Dennis Nordman was working on another chapter of Whitewater. We can't confirm that's correct because it hasn't published, but that's what he's working on.
Yeah.
So it hadn't been released yet. Don't know if it's going to be released.
Yeah.
There's some things that we said, He-Man Master of the Universe would be cool. Game by Stern.
I did kind of expect that.
Yeah.
I did.
We did also say that we're going to see another Marvel
Yeah.
game.
We
but
did.
We just, not last year, but,
Yes. Yeah. Didn't know what it was going to be.
This past year, it was Uncanny X-Men kind of thing.
Only heard that it was going to be the new, based off the cartoon, the X-Men 93.
97.
97.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we got
that
right.
sort of thing.
We
Yeah.
said Journey was a rumbling.
Yeah.
I've not heard much more about it.
It's popped back up.
Really?
Yeah. I've heard the Journey rumblings again.
We thought JJP maybe doing a Matrix or a Top Gun would be cool. They didn't.
No, none of that.
We'll talk about that in a little bit. We even thought Cactus King remake enhancement kit coming out last year. It's going to be this year.
Yeah.
Fifth Element we thought maybe cool from Barrels.
Still want
I've
it.
heard that's another thing.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump into. So we did pretty good last year.
Yeah.
The year before we
Okay.
did very good. Maybe we'll have an off year.
Could.
Maybe all these things will be wrong.
They could. A few of them at least.
We don't like being wrong. No?
No.
Let's talk about Stern Pinball. There's the big ones. Spike 3's got to happen this year, right?
Yeah, I
That's
think
gonna
so.
happen.
Like you said, just with Metallica getting released, having that components to it, the upgraded power supply, everything, it's coming. It's coming.
Okay. And then we got Dungeons and Dragons early 2025.
Yeah.
What might be next?
So Pokemon's still in the rumblings.
It could be.
Still hearing Pokemon. I don't know about next. I'm just saying this year.
Yeah.
Still hearing the Pokemon rumblings.
I'm thinking, and we talked about this before. Keith Elwin, because everybody's anticipating what's Keith Elwin.
Yeah.
He's been known as being the king of monsters before.
Yeah.
We saw Gary Stern take a picture by King Kong at one of these licensing conferences.
Lots of internet rumblings.
That one feels pretty.
I actually hope it's true. I had this conversation with somebody the other day.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because we were talking about with them doing Dungeons and Dragons and whether that was a solid theme and everything, and then we were discussing like the potential of Godzilla, or not Godzilla, but the potential of King Kong. And I was like, I'm actually excited about King Kong. I can't tell you why. Like if this is true, like this is I kind of want that. And but I told him, I said I'm a big Universal guy, so like it kind of resonates that like I'm not a King Kong fan or anything, but it resonates with me just because of that, just the whole
theme park ride.
Yes,
me and you are huge on that.
Exactly. So like I'm excited about. And he did Jaws and Godzilla. So like it just
sitting next to a Jeremy Packer Zombie Yeti artwork Godzilla with the Jeremy Packer artwork King Kong.
Yeah. And I know he's like king of monsters, but I would love for him to keep doing like the Universal, like the whole
Universal
attraction
monsters.
thing. Yeah, like
the Mummy.
No, I'm not even just saying that. I'm saying just Universal type stuff, like doing like Back to
the Future.
Yeah, doing something like Back to
Men in Black.
Men in Black. I would still think of Men in Black, dude. I don't know why. You know what? Listen to this. This is ridiculous.
Fast and Furious.
But the world under glass would be just magical. Would be an ET.
Oh yeah,
like
absolutely.
If he did that, like,
I don't know if it's the best theme for pinball.
I don't either.
But I would love it. It's one of my favorites.
I would too. Man. But again, like Fast and the Furious, I still might go over what you car stuff.
He
I
did
think
do
is very
Jurassic
hard.
Park.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Universal.
That's what I'm saying.
He's the blockbuster man.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I want to see him continue with, because now that starts to resonate with me, and it's like then I've got something to look forward to.
Because whenever Godzilla came out, we said, "Ugh, that's a weird thing." Like, okay, it's iconic, but it's not. And he made it his own.
He made it iconic.
And it's like the greatest selling game that Stern has ever seen. I think he could do the same with King Kong.
Somebody asked me that. They were like, Godzilla or such and such. And I said, listen, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Anything that because they were looking at buying their first pinball machine.
So hard.
And I said, Godzilla's probably one of the best games. It might be the best game ever made.
Yeah.
I said, so it's very hard for me when you're saying that. The only thing to me that would beat it is saying that you like a theme better than it.
That would be it.
But it's still a good game.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. That's the only thing I said, because you put anything up against that, and I'm not trying to sell you on that.
Yeah.
Like, we got hundreds of other games. Yeah, we can sell you anything. But I'm just being honest from
it's hard to,
a standpoint.
Yeah. Flip N Out Pinball just took home a Godzilla.
Oh, did he finally get it? Yes.
He did. He was like, he called me, he was like, I made my mind up. I'm taking home Godzilla.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Stern Pinball, man, Metallica Remastered was a hit.
Yes, very good. Very good.
What's next as a remastered?
So, you hear rumblings.
I know what I want.
And I know what I want. Are they the same things? We actually haven't discussed this.
We haven't discussed it, but what I want is what some of the rumblings are.
The rumblings are Ghostbusters.
That's what
I really want a
Ghostbusters.
I really
I'm
want
like
a
giddy.
Ghostbusters.
I want a Ghostbusters.
I really
Especially if they do LCD screen.
Yes.
Oh,
like that is one of my number one, because I hate that I ever got rid of mine.
No, think about Insider Connected Ghostbusters.
Oh, see.
So we get, oh my God, we get that all over again?
Well, so my only question is...
Can't be that hard to spike already.
So this is what I get into. It starts to get, because we know what happened with Metallica and why a lot of the art was changed.
I want them to keep the art. I'm fine with it.
I'm fine with them keeping
Don't you change my
I'm fine with them keeping the art, but I'm curious of whether they will, because I still think that's Jeremy's best package. I know that others will disagree, but I still think that is one of the best looking games. He could not have done better.
It's his most unique.
But will he revamp it? Is there going to be any changes? Because I still think that a lot of what happened and what helped Metallica was the changes.
Yeah.
Not just the LCD. I think that it felt like an entirely different
Refreshed
game.
it, yeah.
Yes. So are they going to do that? If it is Ghostbusters, or, honestly, any game that if they do anything with.
I've heard Ghostbusters. I've heard AC/DC, Tron.
I've heard AC/DC. I'm not wild about it. Tron I could probably take. I don't know what else that I would.
And then the things that we do not think we're predicting will not happen is the Lord of the Rings yet.
Gosh,
I think it may happen
so
in the future, but not yet.
I want that so bad. Especially an upgrade LCD in that.
Oh my gosh.
Because the
That's
coloring
like
and everything fits so perfectly.
That's up there, top 5 themes for me ever.
Dude, I think that
And
that
so
would
is
sell.
Ghostbusters.
And it's just one of the best games ever made. Like, that was one of those games that, like, before Godzilla, that I would say, it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
But it's one of the most stellar games.
What we can say is Stern's got some good stuff coming, not only in 2025, but 2026 as well. And a couple of those we do know about, so we can't say that, so we don't even want to predict because we can't, but they're surprising. I didn't guess them to do some of these things, but 2025 is going to be solid.
So we'll stay
2025
quiet on those.
It's a battle. 2025 is a battle
2025
because
is gonna be
Jersey
insane.
Jack Pinball.
Yeah.
We told people last year Harry Potter wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
It may be a thing, but wasn't going to happen.
Yeah. Will it happen this year?
2025, we may all become pinball wizards. Is what I'm saying.
I don't care. I don't care who has that license. Honestly, actually, I do, because there would be 1 or 2 companies. But I want to see it done well. Like, I want to see that done well.
Can you ever do it well?
No, I think it's going to be an uphill battle. I think whoever has that and whatever they do with it is always going to be an uphill battle, because that is such a vast, that movie, it spans.
Is it? What if it's not based around the movies? It is. Well, what if it's?
Everybody's got something built up in their head. I know what I have built up in my head.
How can you get all the assets though?
That's what I'm saying. And there's just so much between Quidditch, between Hogsmeade, between Hogwarts.
What you call me?
Like, there's so much vastness. The Forbidden Forest. Like what do you choose to focus on?
That's weird.
And capture?
For some, you brought up the Forbidden Forest. That's your mom's nickname.
It's been so long. It's been so long. So long. Oh my god.
Find that old rotten fruit in the Forbidden Forest.
So long. Maybe some spiders.
There's all kinds of stuff. Cigarette butts.
It's like a giant cigarette butt monster. It's like
that weird ass white deer.
book of
for some
creatures.
reason.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Deer is
That watches
creepy.
us. All right, so Harry Potter, based on the films, Eric Menier. This is just a guess as to what we're hearing.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tall order, if true. That's going to be tough.
It's unique. Like, I don't know. I'm excited.
Menier, hope you get a big set of balls. He does have, not that fits. I don't know, but he's confident.
Yeah.
And you're going to need that. You're going to need that. I think that's what we see. If I'm guessing,
I hope so.
We never know for sure.
I would
but
like that.
That's what I'm guessing.
I would like it.
Do you think they have anything else this year?
No, I still think it's gonna be a one. Especially, like, listen, if that's true. Okay, listen.
Let's when.
If that's not true,
March.
I still don't think they'd pull out 2 games. I was gonna say, if Harry Potter's not true, I could see them pulling out 2 games. Maybe no, but that late, no, because we're already January. Already January.
I think March.
If Harry Potter's,
Do you think they'll increase price?
if Harry Potter's true, no, I don't think they can.
better not.
Yeah, I don't think they can.
It's Harry
If
Potter,
Harry
though.
Potter's true, though, they're going to run that, dude. They're going to be so overwhelmed. Whoever makes Harry Potter is going to be so overwhelmed with fucking orders.
I don't think we're going to see a Matrix from Jersey Jack. I don't think we're going to see a Top Gun from Jersey Jack. People want them to have those 2, and I keep hearing rumblings of it. I'm just here to say, I don't think it's going to happen.
I can
For
still
some
see.
reason, those 2 are just such good themes. So any manufacturer got to go out and get those themes, but I think they're just difficult. Assets are difficult.
Top Gun is? Well, I know that family's
Tom
rough to
Cruise?
deal with. Well, yeah, I
Shit,
guess.
yeah. Tom Cruise is really hard.
I could see Top Gun, though. I can see that. If there's no Harry Potter, I could see a Top Gun.
I think a Top Gun could get done, but it. You know what has been a rumbling? We didn't bring this up. Sonic the Hedgehog. Originally, people were talking about Spooky having it, and now the community is talking about Jersey Jack having it, which is Jersey. I guess Jersey Jack does a lot of family stuff.
Yeah.
But they've not done video game stuff. Mm-hmm. So I think Jersey Jack could do
I would like a Sonic.
Oh my God.
Like, a lot.
If they do it right.
Yeah. I like McQuaid's, though. Like that, I know it's going to have to be different, but I really
That was done right
that was
because it
done
was
well.
about the 16-bit, 8-bit
Yeah.
Sega Genesis.
Yeah, the whole spinner thing, like of Sonic, like the ending of a level was fantastic.
But what
Ending
if you
of a
do the
scene.
movies? I think that's a missed opportunity. I think it's a fail, maybe.
I don't think the movies. I don't think if anybody did Sonic and did the movies, the movies were fine. They were fine. They're fun, but no, that's not Sonic. Like you want to go that's like doing the Super Mario Brothers movie versus Super Mario Brothers.
Dude, that theme,
Like
Super Mario.
That's what I'm saying. Like
What if Stern has that?
Sega, look, listen, Sonic is what built Sega.
Yeah.
So you cannot take that's what people want. People just want Sega. That's all they fucking want. They want Sonic. So if anybody does
hear
Sonic,
the songs.
oh, I can too. Like the entire music. So you cannot have the movie. I don't give no. You need to refresh those animations. I would listen. I would rather have the Sonic cartoon pinball machine than I would the Sonic movie.
Jim Carrey's good.
Oh, he's fantastic.
The last film was good.
No, it's really good. They're good. But I don't want that.
No, I don't either.
You're
It's not
competing.
Sonic.
You're wanting the nostalgia. Exactly.
I think Super Mario movie might be a better fit for pinball than the Sonic movie.
100%.
Yeah. Who would do that? So if Sonic was a JJP game, who would design it?
Oh, I don't know.
I think one person makes a lot of sense.
It doesn't fit. I don't feel like it's a world enough for Eric to do it. Eric
describe what
creates
Sonic
worlds.
the Hedgehog is.
Oh, it's speed. Speed, flow, quick.
It sure is. Spooky Pinball. Mm-hmm. So they were rumored to have Sonic. I'm not hearing any rumblings they have Sonic. But we've heard a lot of Spooky Pinball rumblings. And they have Christopher Franchi now. So we kind of keep that in mind too. We know what Franchi likes. We know what Franchi's draw, right?
Yeah. Sonic wouldn't be one of those things.
I couldn't imagine Franchi doing. So the rumor mill. Mm-hmm. They're talking about Spooky having Goonies now coming next.
I've heard that. Oh, I would like. I would like a Goonies still. We're a big advocate for Goonies, like always. You naysayers don't know what you're talking about.
No,
and there's so much you could do with that. Pirate ships.
And what Spooky has been doing with theme integration lately.
Oh, yes. That's why
okay.
I'm not mad.
I'm not mad if they have Goonies.
No.
Now, do they have it next? Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? The other rumblings, we've talked about, like, what other horror-based stuff could they do, right? Yeah. Could they do Nightmare on Elm Street? Oh, they could.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I heard Friday the 13th. I was talking to Kyle Smet, who did the homebrew.
Yeah.
Phenomenal homebrew, by the way, that he did on that. But he was saying that the license is nearly unattainable.
I've heard that too
because of so many.
I tried a year or two ago, tried to get it out of Spooky Luke and Bug. Like I pushed them for Friday the 13th, and they kind of alluded the same thing. Like they didn't give me a yes or no, but they kind of acted like that licensing was just all over the place with that thing.
Yeah.
So, but
last year we talked about Child's Play. That would be.
Yeah,
cool.
I told him Child's Play. That was
I'm not getting any rumblings of it. But
no, I'm not either. But that was something I always like. It didn't cross my mind. I didn't really think about it for a while, and then I was like, dude, that would be great. The colors, everything would be just a beautiful, campy, but intriguing call outs. Brad Dorff, amazing. Like get it before something happens to him. So that he can.
That's a really good.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh,
you know what Franchi has done artwork for that I have got framed.
Oh,
I mean,
Beetlejuice.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's been some rumblings.
I've heard Beetlejuice, but I've heard it for a while from.
I think that's an evergreen, because people are like, oh, it should have came out whenever. Mm-hmm. I think it's evergreen. I think you come out with it this year. You come out with it 2 or 3 years from now, you come out with it.
I don't think it's bad. I think that's the only thing that I'm curious of whether they really have it or they don't have it, just because
the rumors are Spooky has some killer themes coming up.
Yes.
And those would be Beetlejuice is a killer theme.
It would be
Goonies is a killer theme.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what's sad though? It's like
nothing. There's nothing sad.
Yeah. Yes, there is. There's a lot of sadness to it because even if either one of those are true. We have a year to wait.
Yeah, it's true.
A year.
I'm fine playing Evil Dead until then.
A year.
You know, our Evil Deads are getting close to shipping.
I know.
Oh. Okay. So that's Spooky Pinball. Maybe we'll do some video stuff. Maybe.
Spooky.
It better be. Maybe we play it. We need to go up there a whole day. I just want to play for a whole day.
They need their
I don't
own
want to do work.
Spooky needs a theme song to much of the avail of the spooky. What's the song you know I'm talking about from Disney?
Grim Grinny Ghost?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
why did I know what you were thinking?
they need a spooky theme song to that. Yeah, to that whole thing. Like I want to see. Get to work
Friends get on that. Yeah, Chicago Gaming Company. They still haven't shipped Pulp Fiction. There's just now shipping Pulp Fiction LEs. We know what's coming next. It's another run of Medieval Madness remake.
Yeah, that'll be exciting.
Here's my prediction. It will be the best-selling game in 20... Oh, I can't say that.
No.
I was going to
Say.
we have more desire for MMR than anything else on any interested list we have at Flip N Out.
But I feel like people feel that that's more solid. I don't know. I
They
think
can't build them fast
they're
enough.
making a bold prediction. That's
Here's
a
what I'm
bold
saying.
prediction.
They could sell, if they can make them, they could sell 2,500 Medieval Madnesses. Still, I'd buy
I would
200
disagree.
of them.
I would
I'd
buy another one.
I would too. I'm waiting to buy another one.
I know.
So that's all they're going to be doing next year. The rumors of what's coming up next remake, I've heard rumblings of Twilight Zone.
Dude, nice. I like Twilight Zone.
I can see Doug really wanting to do the iconic Twilight Zone.
Yeah, I like that.
Barrels of Fun, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm close to those guys, and those assholes don't tell me nothing. Like, they won't budge.
I know. I was still hopeful on a Fifth Element. I know.
Nothing's happening. Maybe this is like wishful thinking, but like I almost want to like Jim Carrey manifest this to be true. I've heard rumblings that this license has been attained by someone,
Okay.
and George Gomez kind of threw. George Gomez, the one who said it in an interview, said, "Yeah, this has been locked in. We know Stern works with Marvel. Would they work with DC? Maybe Barrels of Fun has Superman,
Oh.
Man of Steel.
I still think it'd be kind of cool. Like what we talked about. It's just so nostalgic that as long as it's a good game,
That is iconic.
I'm fine with super.
Remember
iconic.
Franchi's artwork on
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think they're going to get Franchi because he's exclusive, but
Yeah.
Superman would be
That's
cool.
an interesting rumbling.
And right in the market demographic, too.
Listen, I still think a very dark, deep Batman would
You
be.
still want another Batman.
I still do.
Give me Batman 89. I'm good with that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think something needs to be grittier.
Barrels of Fun, do you have Superman?
You know what would be very fitting for Barrels of Fun? That you bring that up is like a Batman 89 or a Batman Returns.
absolutely.
Like that very much to me fits in their wheelhouse
Yeah, it does.
up to where it's campy and fun.
Here's what we know. Here's what we know about my friends over at Barrels of Fun. David Van Ness, a friend of mine, he's very into, like when he picked Labyrinth, he has told me this. I don't think he'd mind me saying this. He said, and that with their future titles, you're going to see more of Labyrinth kind of stuff. They want to take things that are nostalgic, that are close to and near to dear to people, and just make them so immersive. They want to just bring immersion to pinball like never before.
And they did great.
They really want to focus in on the themes rather than chasing a big theme with no assets just to stamp it on.
But I also think that's very intelligent from a couple different aspects. Number one aspect is like I just wasn't a Labyrinth person. Like I said, still not. But the amount of people that we have talked to that are buying Labyrinth, because like you said, it's a hot seller, number one in 2024 of a single model type game.
Who's our best seller?
But there's so many people that's never owned a pinball machine, never thought about it, that bought Labyrinth for that reason.
Tons a lot of women.
Yes,
a lot
yes,
of women.
very much so. Loved it. Another thing is I think that they're almost following that Spooky pinball model of what Spooky did
to where it came from them.
To where I'm very comfortable building this many machines. This is what we need to survive.
We're not shooting for 5,000.
Exactly. We're not trying to sell everything because it's overwhelming. It's too much. Like, let's do this and do themes that are a little bit
Something like a
more
Princess Bride.
progressed. Yeah. That's just a little bit pulled back.
So I know he likes hints and stuff. I know he likes theme park stuff because he and I have a affinity for Disney and Universal kind of stuff. So,
Interesting.
But yeah, George Gomez said DC has been inked by a manufacturer. Maybe he's just trolling and Stern inked it, but Pinball Brothers. This is a new rumbling. This, again, don't kill the messenger. Didn't come from us. But somebody said Predator.
No. Come on.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, I would love Arnold, bro. I mean,
but that's a
Arnold.
huge license. Yeah. I don't know if. I mean, Dutch got freaking Back to the Future.
Yeah. Man, that'd be neat though. Like the things that you can do with that.
But man, the history of pinball and Predator already.
What, a
with the
laser
skip
cannon,
bead thing.
3 dots.
There's so much you could. I mean,
but that's what I'm saying. That's what kind of
now that's like a badass pinball theme.
That's what kind of makes me not know if that's really true, because I think Fox and dealing with Skip B and everything that happened, I feel like that would be a license that would be very, very difficult to get. So like,
with Arnold, hell yeah, that'd be
yeah.
super tough.
But that's what I'm
he's
saying.
in pinball machines.
I know. But just hearing I don't know.
I'm just glad that that's the rumblings rather than a European-based.
I don't know if I'd put much clot in it.
American pinball, I don't know. We've heard of Cuphead.
That's the strongest rumbling.
And I heard it's decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. But as to, they're kind of a little shaky over there. Dutch pinball, Greg. Back to the Future. Here's my prediction. We're still not going to see it this year.
No, I don't think we'll see it this
There
year.
was rumblings that like they were going to talk with other companies like JJP or Stern Pinball to help manufacture it for them.
Oh.
Because it's going to, Back to the Future is going to,
That's gonna be
Dutch
big.
can't build that.
I think that's going to be
It took
big.
10 years to do Big Lebowski.
Yeah, I think
and
it's
even
big.
then it had issues. Like, Dutch, come
Yeah, it's
on.
interesting.
And then we know that Cam and Cow is the one that entered in and really kind of helped them. What we've heard kind of behind the scenes was they got Back to the Future and didn't have much attached to it besides the name.
Oh.
And then Cam and Cow was like, let me help
see.
you out here.
Nice.
Because he's really good buddies with Bob Gale that, does all the Back to the Future.
Well, Cam Cow's just a master at obtaining some of that
He is
stuff.
The license extraordinary.
Yeah, like I'm always impressed with him.
And do we see Franchi on it then? Franchi's supposed to be exclusive.
I know.
It's a spooky.
Interesting.
Dutch, just come on. Like, just make a ton of money and just sell it. Take a per unit cut, become wealthy, and move forward.
I just want to see it. I just want to see it produced.
Make Magic Girl or something. Come on.
I want to see it made.
Pedretti Gaming.
Okay.
They just teased on social media 2025 is going to be Magic.
Oh.
But here's the tricksy thing. So you would think theater Magic.
Yeah, that's where my mind went.
But on the picture, it had a flying carpet and it had tents down below. So some people are like, well, flying carpet, that's Tales of Arabian Nights.
Yeah.
But then tents, some people are like, that's Circus Voltaire with the circus tents. But I would actually say, I think they're teasing Tales of the Arabian Nights.
Okay.
I really do. Because you've got
Carpet.
the magic carpet, which, man, guys, that was straight from, that's a Disney. That's the carpet on Aladdin, so be careful there. And then the tents, people are saying Circus Voltaire. No, the harems and stuff in Tales of Arabian Nights, they were in tents. Like the Mystery Award, you go into a tent.
Yes, exactly.
I think
That
we're
would be
getting.
interesting.
I think we're getting Tales. I just don't know when, because you got Pedretti still making fun houses.
Yeah.
They're going to be making those through April, May, June. But they're also building Pinball Brothers stuff. So while Pinball Brothers is probably not building anything, maybe Pinball Brothers is already starting their next build, whatever that game is. But they're all kind of housed in the same thing. So if we did, we probably wouldn't see it till
Next
later
year.
Next year. Greg Bone, if half of those things happened in 2025, that would be ginormous.
Yeah.
It would be monumental.
Yeah.
And I would be poor. I want to buy all of that
man,
stuff.
I know.
Well, no, but then again, we'd sell a lot of units, so I'd make money.
But do you know what would happen
I'm a bad dealer
if
because I use my own drugs.
If a Harry Potter and a Goonies came?
Oh,
I still really want King Kong.
or Beetlejuice and King Kong. Oh,
Oh,
and Back to the Future. Oh, shit.
Oh.
Back to the Future is gonna be the following year. They ain't gonna do
that's so bad.
Ah,
That's
and
so bad.
that's just rumblings.
I know.
There's probably stuff that's going to happen that we don't even know about.
I don't know what I'd say.
What if Barrels did something like Gremlins or something? Like,
Oh!
screwed.
No!
Predator?
No!
Oh, shit.
It's just too much.
2025, y'all. Get ready.
God.
So here it comes. And when you're ready to buy them, all you've got to do is go to Flip N Out Pinball. That's it.
Yeah.
And you know what? You can email me at Zach at ZACH at flippingoutpinball.com or even Greg, Greg,
Yep.
at flippingoutpinball.com. And you even got a phone. They can text you.
Oh,
They
yeah.
can text you. They can email you.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Call me.
Shit.
Talk to me.
You know what? 2025, give Flip N Out Pinball a chance if you haven't. Why not?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Well, we're going to buy a lot.
You headed off with the bumper knife straight down the middle again. You had a fling with a slingshot, you're rolling out the out then again. I tried to creep.
Like Eminem just wearing a white tee. Hi, my name is who? My name is what? I still want that game. I still
An
want an
M&M
Eminem pin.
I don't. Only one I would take is Snoop Dogg. I would really like a Snoop. Yeah.
Snoop's fine.
Just because Snoop you can do so much with the dog pound, just everything. It's just so neat.
Yeah, it lends itself.
It lends
better.
itself very well. That's what I'm saying. Dre doesn't really lend itself.
So everybody wants Wu-Tang, and I'm like,
No, what the
I
fuck are you gonna do with Wu Tang?
People love it. I don't. I'm
No,
not.
I mean I like Wu Tang. Wu Tang's fun, but I'm saying just what would you do? I like the Snoop experience just
But at
because.
least Wu-Tang is like ninja martial arts stuff.
It does. But I still just think.
Remember that game, Def Jam? The fighting game? It was like.
Oh my
it was
God!
so
Yes.
good.
Yes.
It's like in the video game world, that's a rare bird. Like,
Yeah.
That's super expensive to find one of those.
Is it?
Yeah. I remember that was
Man,
great. Like
that's
Method Man
good.
and all
Yeah,
that.
that's fucking solid.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good stuff.
neat.